We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Greg Anthony, Mark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Our starting lineups, we'll look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When the big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. It doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Rockets, here with their Houston fans, then back on the road. On paper, you'd give them the edge, but of course they're not taking anything for granted. They'll look to come out strong and prove they're the better team.
And you know, Houston, they've looked decidedly average here in the early stages of the season. And that's shocking when you consider the kind of success they're coming off from a year ago.
Yeah, it really is shocking. I mean, they're a team with too much talent to be toiling in the middle of the pack. It would take somebody lighting a fire under these guys.
He hits the second from the line. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night, first game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time. And he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressive in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Mr. Moves passes to Jones. Here's Mr. Moves. Takes a three, 6 to shoot, and it's good. Mr. Moves got 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Kobe. Knocks down the step-back J.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of beat is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Williams kicks to Russell. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Kobe, following the score by Houston. And he's knocked off course by the knee. The foul call. He'll shoot free throw. That one is on a reason. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And Kobe Bean Bryant, the only 30,000-point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category.
Now Russell. James Harden missing on the three. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And really a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points to go along with 6,000 assists. So obviously gifted as a playmaker as well.
Now here's Kobe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Williams dishes to Randle. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. That's a free basket right there. He
thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the fans clearly don't like that call.
Gave them an absolute earful.
Larry Nance is checked in for the Lakers. Young comes in for Kobe.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
No, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Hibbert comes in for Julius Randle. And it's World Peace in for Lou Williams. The drive by Russell. The Rockets pull it in. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and it really kept the crowd on mute in that.
Here's Mr. Moves. His last outing, he had 18 points. That is good. Ariza's got himself on the board with 3 days.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Well, looking back on last season, he didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
That's it for Mr. Moves. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup it seemed every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them.
1:30 left here in the second. Russell kicks to Nance. Back to Russell. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Russell is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's World Peace. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats.
Throwdown. Wow.
And the Rockets lead by 18.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
World Peace with a screen for Williams. All 3 off the mark. Houston leading by 15. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Harden hit the shot.
A real alley-oop that time, partner.
Pass, Clark, that's the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Right side, Williams. 1 second left. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Rockets lead by 17. And will return shortly. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. You know, Mr. Moves has been exceptional here, guys, today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Reza out on the perimeter, and it's Mr. Moves at point guard.
You know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Russell with the bucket. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 15. Ariza. He passes to Mr. Moves. Sinks the triple. Mr. Moves got 18 points. And going back to Brandon Bass, who was Boston's only enforcer down low. Once Sellinger went out with a broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions, really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player, the outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Back to Kobe. 5 on the clock. Williams from outside, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Mr. Moves, guarded by Kobe. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times, it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, you're talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not part, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
Rockets leading by 19 points. Pass to Mr. Moves. And stolen by Williams. Gives him the lead pass. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Williams. And that's now 7 points for D'Angelo Russell. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders and blocks over the last month. Fifth is Dwight Howard.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Mr. Moves wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Lakers trailed by 17. Williams with the ball, and it's Howard picking him up. Got a piece of it. Gets stolen by Jones. All alone. The pass break ends at the rim with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for the Lakers. Nance comes in for Brandon Bass. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now here's Kobe. 12 points for him. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Outside, 3-pointer, and the shot is good. Young's got himself going there.